I don't think I've heard a bigger lie than the way, but with the art form with which Representative Kevin Brady, Republican of Texas, did it. I want you to listen to this, and then what we'll do is we'll take it on the other side, because it is amazing how these guys know how to use good democratic policy and turn it into a weapon. Yet they have bad policies that we should easily weaponize that we generally don't. Check this out, then we'll take it on the other side.
Let's talk about those Republican tax cuts, because they got rid of the state and local tax deductions and
they limited
them. Democrats are looking to bring those back. You argue that it is a giveaway to the wealthy. Why shouldn't we help high-tax states like New Jersey, where people are saying, I have to leave the state, I can't afford to live here? What they're doing is they're moving to cheaper states like yours, Texas.
One, that's their choice. One, these are great states, by the way. People love living there, but they just are brutally taxed. Both the families and businesses. That's why they're leaving. Secondly, why should the building janitor who doesn't itemize subsidize the occupants of the penthouse who gets under repealing the SALT cap, gets the majority of the tax windfall goes to millionaire and billionaire households? Why is that fair? And why should low tax states subsidize high tax states? It is a giveaway to the wealthy. And today, as we talk, it is the number one reason they're not moving forward on this big tax and spend bill. They can't figure out how to give this tax windfall to the wealthy.
My God. This guy has turned around the argument that Democrats successfully and reliably use against Republican policy to hit us up on a tax cut. Here it is. Democrats are trying to give a tax cut to a tax cut, and somehow they have found a way to turn a tax cut into a giveaway to the wealthy. Now remember, that is first of all very, very rich. We have to remember that the $1.7 trillion tax cut that Kevin Brady put together went mostly to corporations and the rich, and there was a pittance that actually went to the average American citizen. They took it and they became wealthy. They had stock buybacks and the works. And he has the nerve to say that somehow it is a giveaway to the wealthy because the Democrats want to give a tax cut to states that have a very high sales taxes, property taxes, etc. If you pay these taxes, you should get a break. Now, here's what's rich. Stephanie says, all these people are moving to low tax states like Texas and Kentucky and all these other states, right? Here's the kicker. These states that people are moving to, they make their wealth in blue states, in blue rich states. And then they migrate to Texas with the riches that they've acquired over there. You know why? Because states like Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, even Texas to some extent, they are all beggar states. They are all welfare states. In other words, they take out more from the federal government than they put in. In other words, what are we saying? We're saying blue states are subsidizing those red states that they claim people are running to because they have lower taxes. They have lower taxes, and who's subsidizing them? Blue states are subsidizing the red states that you just heard Kevin Brady talk about. Why should we subsidize those other states? No, it's the other way around. Look up the numbers. The federal government takes the money from New York. The federal government takes the money from Connecticut. The federal government takes the money from all these rich blue states and give it to the red states that have very low taxes, that have very low education, that does very little for its people, and they're nothing more than welfare states. Come on, it is rich, and it irks me that Stephanie Rule, who should know about that, didn't bring that up. It irks me that Democrats in general, the first time somebody talks about Kentucky, the first time somebody talks about Mississippi, the first time somebody talks about Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma, they are beggar states. They are beggar states not because the people in the states are bad. They are beggar states because they have lousy Republican governments that know exactly how not to govern and pilfer their own. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.